This episode of the Nerdball podcast is brought to you by Fort Meigs CrossFit. Fort Meigs CrossFit, like I say at the beginning of every episode, has been really great to me, really bring my podcast a professional feel. When people walk into the office, they think they're not coming to be interviewed on some stupid podcast. And even though it is, this gives it a feel of professionalism. The setup in here is great, and they've been great partners with me. They have classes 7 days a week for all age groups and for all skill levels. Find out all the information that you want to know. If you have any questions, check out fortmeigscrossfit.com. My episode today was really great. This guest, I don't know how else to say it. We're all over the place on this one, and it's perfect. It's worked out great. We talk about his hobbies at the beginning, multitude of hobbies, playing hockey for years, working at his couple jobs he's had, and jump around all over the place, talk about his parents, his family, vacation, music festivals. Like, we're all over the place. It's really great. It was a great episode, and I can't wait for you all to hear it. So without further ado, here's my guest.
Hey, what's up? My name's Sam Molnar, and this is the Nerdball podcast.
This is the Nerdball podcast with Lorenzo Melcher.
All right, Sam, that's perfect. Thanks for coming out here on a Easter Sunday to record.
Yeah.
I didn't. We were texting last night. Last night or this morning? I can't remember now. It was last night, yeah. And I didn't. When we scheduled it, I didn't realize it was Easter either.
Not at all.
But,
not at all.
we're here. We're good. Everything's good. How you doing, man?
Great. Been up since 6:30.
6:30.
Yeah.
Did you go hunt Easter eggs or what?
Oh yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. Nope. I thought the Easter bunny was outside my window, so
Yeah.
I just went and tried to find him.
So the first thing I always ask people is, what is something you've been nerding out about lately? Something you're super into. If it's a new hobby, old hobby, just it could be anything. Just something that gets you away from work. Like, what's something you're into?
I got a little bit of hobbies.
Yeah.
So far, I got into cologne in the past 3 weeks.
Cologne.
Yeah, but I have ADHD, so I get these little collections, hobbies, and just forget about them.
So what is this cologne thing?
I don't know. They're just little bottles that I bought.
Like you buy them because of the bottles, or what?
No, just they smell good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like them.
All right. Do you use them, or you just?
Yeah, I use them.
Yeah?
Yeah, I haven't really bought any expensive ones before,
Sure.
so I was like, I'm gonna
Check it out.
I'm gonna do it. And yeah, I always smell like another fragrance, so I'm just like, I need to smell like a good fragrance.
Okay. I get it, man. I get it. That's usually. I remember I haven't worn cologne in a long time, but usually people like find a cologne and then they buy it for years. Like my dad has bought this cologne for as long as I can remember, like one fragrance, and that's it.
Yeah, I had this idea. I'll just get some for every different season.
Yeah.
And then one that I really like.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
So that's what I did.
You put it on every day, or just like if you're like, hey, I'm gonna go meet some people, I'm gonna spritz some cologne on.
Yeah, pretty much like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I wear it to work just because I smell like metal at work, and I don't want to smell. Who wants to smell like metal?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for you and everybody.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Mostly for me. I don't care about them. I do, but
Not if they smell you.
Yeah, no, it's for me. I want to smell good.
Yeah. So what's of the ones you have now? What's like your favorite?
The one I got from it's imported from Dubai. I don't. It's like AJMAL.
Okay.
I have no idea how to say that.
Okay.
But that's what it's really cool.
And did you, before you bought it, did you have any
no idea
of how to smell it?
Nope.
Or what to smell?
Nope. No, I had no idea how to do it. I just walked in the store. So what's up, man? And he gave me his whole life story there.
Yeah.
That was funny. He just broke up with his girlfriend. His girlfriend broke up with him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Hope he figures it out. But yeah, it was funny.
Do you find that, like, does that happen a lot where people would just talk to you?
Yeah,
like,
all the time. Yeah. I talk to people a lot, too.
I love it, man.
But a lot of people, like, I've had a lot of people just be like, yeah, my life's not good right now. I'm just like, Way to start the
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah. Well, because sometimes you ask people like, "Hey, man, what's up?" or "How you doing?"
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah, and people will, and then, but to me, I always feel like those people need just want someone to talk to.
Yeah,
because most people are just like, "I'm good," and then move on. Right?
Yeah, because like he said, he didn't even tell me when to find two. He's like, "Did you find?" Basically, there's like 25 bottles on the counter by the time we were just having a conversation. And
Yeah.
he's like, "Did you find it?" And it was like the third and probably seventh or eighth one.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, that one and that one." And he's like, "Oh, okay."
Nice, man.
That was cool.
Yeah, yeah. It's I like I said, I mean that's why I have this. I want to talk to people, right?
Yeah.
So you said you have multiple hobbies. What's something else you got going on now?
I mold people for grills.
Yeah, I see you have one on.
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. These are the ones that my diamond ones with the white gold.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like doing that. That's
so
fun.
How long you been doing that for?
Like 2 months.
Yeah?
Yeah. I still need to get some business cards, but yeah.
Okay.
Word of mouth right now, and it's working.
Yeah. There's a pun there somewhere, word of mouth, and it's
Yeah.
something that's in your mouth, somewhere in there. So do you wear that all the time?
Not all the time.
No?
I take it out when I sleep, and then whenever I really want to. I try not to wear it every day.
Yeah.
But I wanted to advertise. So.
Yeah. Well, look right in that camera and just smile. There you go. Yeah. What got you into that? It seems like such a niche thing.
I've always really been into jewelry.
Okay.
Before I did my welding, the job that I got now.
Okay.
I worked at a phone repair / jewelry repair shop, and it was cool. I'm not gonna say the name because
That's all right.
I don't like them.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
But
it got you interested, right?
yeah. It got me interested, and I was interested before that. But I took a break from that, and I had some friends. They all do music up in Ypsilanti and Detroit area.
Okay.
My buddy Bankshus and White Loaf and Rico and Mac Trey and Guap. I feel like there's more that I'm just forgetting. But,
Sure.
But the Bankshus is the one. Me and him have been friends for like 10 years. So he just connected me with some jewelers.
Yeah.
And that's how I just got connected.
Really?
Yeah, my jeweler also does shoes. Illionaire. Billy's cool.
Shoes? What do you mean?
He like designs shoes. Like he does custom shoes. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, really cool ones too.
Wow. Do you have some? Do you have some of those?
I don't, not yet. I'm working towards
Yeah?
it. I gotta repair my car first. So
Okay.
I
Well, at least you got priorities.
yeah,
right?
priorities. Yeah.
I gotta repair. What's wrong with your car? Everything.
Not everything. There's like the timing belts off.
Okay.
So I gotta. That's a costly
Sure.
right there. So
Yeah.
I'm just working towards it.
All right. Well, there you go. Again, it's probably good. We should probably say I contacted you, or you contacted me through your mom. I work with her at Metro Parks.
Hi, Mom.
So she did. I don't know if she described you as a character, which I can get that just from your Instagram photo. So I did not know what to expect. So I'm excited, for you to be here.
Yeah, me too.
So
This is the first podcast I've ever done.
Yeah?
I was like, let's try it.
I like it, man. This is my 157th one.
Oh, cool. My favorite number is 7, so that's good.
Oh, nailed. Yeah.
Not 157, but close. Like 7.
What? Well, you know what? Actually, sorry, it was 158.
Oh, damn.
Sorry,
I'm sad.
I'm sad. But if you take 1 and 5 and you add it, that's 6, and then in between you can put your 7 and then 8.
All right.
Kind of.
That's what works. I'm happy again.
All right. So I don't know. How old are you?
28.
28. All right. So I'm assuming you've grown up here in Toledo area.
Yeah, I grew up in Maumee. I went to Maumee my whole life.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Good
you
old Maumee.
What? I'm a Perrysburg guy.
Oh, that's fun.
Well, I moved to Perrysburg when I was 14. So
Okay.
I lived in Toledo before that.
Okay.
So when you were growing up, what was stuff you're into when you were growing up?
Hockey.
Hockey.
Yep,
Okay.
that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that was your jam. Like
Nothing.
hockey from because I know from in high school, because ice time is such a limited thing. Like my buddies would practice either like 6 a.m. or like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
When I was a freshman, I played for the Cherokee.
Okay.
And they're like their little teams, and it was we'd practice really late.
Yeah.
And same thing with the next year too. But then junior and senior year, I played for pre-post for Sylvania.
Okay.
And then high school for Maumee.
Did was this year round or did you just play?
I played year round.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
played spring, summer, anywhere, pond. Just yeah.
Yeah. What got you into hockey?
My cousin.
Okay.
Yeah, he played hockey,
Yeah.
so I wanted to play hockey.
Sure. I mean, it always starts with something like that, right?
Yeah, and then I just liked it after that. Really
Yeah.
liked it. Yeah.
What did you like most about it? Because I've never even skated.
Everything. I don't know where to like really start. Just skating around. I really liked hitting. I
Sure.
felt like I was pretty good at that. I liked it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird when I remember my mom tells me. I remember telling her this too. When I was like really young, I was like, "Mom, I like playing hockey because I have a cage on and nobody can tell my face." Well, then in later years, it kind of backfired on me because the cage didn't really matter. Yeah.
All right. What position did you play?
Center and wing, mostly wing.
So you scored? You scored
Yeah,
goals?
I was okay.
Yeah?
I'm humble.
Okay, no, that's fine.
I was decent. There's people better than me.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm just trying to my limited knowledge of hockey. Those are the ones who typically score.
Yeah.
Right.
I was a scorer. For Maumee, I was definitely a scorer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember going to a Maumee Perrysburg hockey game when I was in school, and almost getting into a fight. Because we're high school kids and we just say stupid stuff.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So, but I had a lot of fun watching. We even go now. We go watch Perrysburg hockey games down in Bowling Green. My kids love it. They'll take. We bought them a couple years ago. We bought them little sticks because it's at BG, so they have the BG store.
Yeah.
So we bought them little sticks and a hockey puck, and they just run around, hitting the little puck around. So it's fun. I got super into hockey because I coach football. Some of the football players play hockey, and I got into it. And I'm like, man, this is fun.
Yeah,
it's fun to watch.
I understand.
Yeah. Do you follow hockey or
No?
Nothing at all?
No, I watch highlights.
Yeah.
I never really liked to watch hockey.
No?
No, I don't know why. I think I played a lot of it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of it when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I just don't like watching it. I really like to play it, but I don't.
Yeah.
It's just like if I go to the game, I'll do it. I'll watch it if I'm not talking to people.
Yeah.
But I usually just don't really watch it at all.
Yeah.
I don't follow it.
So you don't have like a favorite team or nothing?
I like the Ducks.
Okay.
I like the Ducks. That's my favorite team.
All right.
But that's about it.
Was there any reason? Because they're obviously not from around here. Was it
I like the movies.
I would say because the movies?
Yeah, I like the movies. And their jerseys are dope. Their old school ones are really dope. I don't really know what the new ones look like, but
I'm gonna guess they have a letter or something because
I think it's a D. Yeah, I know back when I did follow it, it was a D. It was just a cool looking. I think it's a duck foot.
Yeah, okay.
I remember.
They also, I think one of them too. They had like they would use the duck face, but it had like a goalie mask.
Yeah, that was the old school one. That was because I think they were affiliated with Disney or something like that.
Okay, all right.
And then they split, so they had to come with a New Jersey.
Sure.
So,
yeah, my brother for whatever reason always wore a Ducks hat.
Yeah,
and we never watched hockey or nothing, but he just liked it. I don't know, just like the hat, I guess.
I understand. I got a few of them.
Yeah.
I don't wear hats anymore though.
No, I have a lot of hats I used to wear, but I think part of the reason I used to wear them is because I was going bald, so I would wear hats. But now I just shave my head, and I just don't wear hats as much anymore. I don't know.
That's fair.
Yeah, but I like hats.
I used to wear bucket hats a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't worn them in a minute.
No.
But,
I had this giant, I guess it was called like a sun hat that I got when I was on vacation somewhere, but I would wear it all the time at the football field. Now it's all brittle and all broken because it's so old. The sun's just beating it up.
that's fair.
Yeah, but that's all right. So you're going through school, playing hockey. What do you be? I guess hockey's life then, right? That's all you do?
It was.
Yeah.
I mean,
when you were in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I did.
Yeah.
I hung out with friends a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, hockey and friends.
And your parents would take you around everywhere to all like. Did you always play around here, or was there stuff like out of state tournaments?
Yeah, we did have tournaments out of state. I went to Canada 2 or 3 times
Yeah?
to play in tournaments. Yeah, we went to International Silver Stakes. That was fun.
Yeah.
And there was another tournament right across the border. We won that one. That was cool.
Yeah.
We didn't win Silver Stakes.
You made it sound like you didn't win the game at all.
No. I can't remember. I think we won 2 or 3.
Okay.
We got to like the semi or quarterfinals.
Okay, all right.
I think it was the semifinals we got to.
Okay.
And then we lost.
Yeah.
So we won, but I don't really remember that year.
That's all right. besides hockey, did you have any like favorite subjects or anything you liked in school? The actual learning part of school?
No.
No, nothing.
No. I love learning, but the problem is they didn't teach me anything I wanted to learn. And I felt like I was really good at math, but they always wanted me to show my work.
Yeah.
And I could just get it in my head.
You could just do it.
Yeah, just do it. And I'd do like 3 steps and then miss 10 of them, but I'd get the answer. So I don't understand why that was a problem, but I got the answer. I'm smart, so I didn't cheat. I've proven that many times.
My math teacher would always, some math teachers that I had, you'd always get the full credit if you got the right answer, regardless of how much work you shown. Yeah. But if you got the wrong answer, you get partial credit depending on how many steps you got right.
Yeah, nope. Yeah. That would have been awesome. Yeah. I would have done much better in math class.
So school just.
I was good at graffiti too. I haven't done that in a minute. I was good at drawing these big. They hated me for it. I would take the homework and flip it over right when I'd get it and just graffiti on the back of it. Yeah. And not really do any of the homework. But
well, I mean, school's difficult because it's difficult for teachers because you're trying to teach all these different kids pretty much the same way, but all these kids learn differently.
Yeah.
Right?
I've always felt like the teachers thought I was a troubled child, but they just didn't know how to teach my types of people. Okay. Because it's hard, you know. Yeah. You got my one intervention teacher, Miss Bruno, was amazing. They all were amazing, but she's the most memorable one. Yeah.
Why was she so amazing?
She was just funny. She's chill. I don't know. Yeah. Got a lot more done in that class than I ever did in any other classes. Yeah. But I know she understood, I guess, the people that she was around, the kids that she was around. Okay. And the other teachers, they got to understand the majority instead of the minority. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, I think hopefully that's trending that way as opposed to like, hey, let's
it sounds like it is. It sounds like people are. It's getting better for ADHD people and all that. So I don't know. I don't really know many kids, so I'm just living.
It's probably good as a 20-year-old to not have kids friends, right?
Yeah, that's good. I would question a lot if I had some child friends.
You come home like, Mom, this is my friend. His name's John. He's 12.
My mom would be like, Sam, what the fuck?
Where'd you steal him from? He said he likes grills. He
wants to buy some grills, Mom. He went in his mom's savings and he took money.
He liked the way I smelled. When did it come
That's weird. If a kid came up to me and said, I like the way you smell, I'd be like, get away. Get away. You got an older sister that's about 24. Tell her I smell good. But you
oh my
out.
God. Oh my God, that's funny. So when you're nearing the end of high school, do you have is there something you're like, man, I want to do this, do that?
Nope.
Nothing.
No. Nope.
Has it always been that way for you?
Kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it hard to not live, but is it hard cause you? Yeah. Is it hard to just on a I want to do this, but I want to do this, but I don't even know how to start, or I want to do this.
Yeah,
do that,
that's
right?
hard.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Yeah. I'm still figuring out how to start stuff right now, but because I'm going into a new chapter. Yeah, moving on. But it's hard. Like that. I don't know. Today I did a lot of work on my room. I did a bunch of laundry. Okay, a bunch of laundry. I still go home. Got to go home and do a bunch of laundry. I kind of screwed up and continued to do laundry. Yeah. So. I mean, hey, it's good. Things are clean. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and is everything like that? Because it seems like
sometimes
you're hyper focused on laundry today.
I mean, if I want to do it, if I'm entertained, music helps a lot.
Does it?
Yeah, if I didn't have music, I probably would have quit the job I have now a long time ago. A long time ago. But I can play music, so I just dance and sing along with the music.
And do your job.
I'll
say, what are you? What is your job?
I tack weld.
Okay.
I tack weld and then throw it in a machine, and the machine does the rest. And I'm learning to weld. I take stuff out of the dumpster and in the spare time and whatnot. But
are there people there that help you or can teach you or no?
Yeah, but no, they don't. It's fun.
What about welding classes?
I could take them, but I don't really have time unless it's the weekend.
Yeah.
And weekend, I want to do other things.
Sure.
And not necessarily party anymore, but just other things learn how to do other things.
Well, that's what your weekends are for. Your weekends are for you, right?
Yeah. Unless you decide you want to work, and then it's not.
Decide or make you.
No, they maybe a little bit both.
Yeah.
But.
They try to strongly suggest you work.
Yeah, but they told me my lead came over to me and said they really, really, really need you to work this weekend. And I was like, oh, they must really, really want to pay me $100 an hour to work this weekend then. And that's way over what I'm actually paid in general. So sure. And he's like, okay, it's a no.
He knew without you having to
Yeah,
say it.
I was just like, yeah. I mean, if they paid me $100 an hour, hell yeah, I'd go in.
Sure.
That's never gonna happen.
Yeah. Do you get? I know this happens to me. I was on Adderall for a little bit when I was probably 19, 20, and I was able to like. I like read a bunch of books. Like I like reading now. Like I'll read when I get time.
Yeah.
But I would get frustrated with myself before I was on medication to be like, man, I just want to like finish this thing or start this thing, and I just can't do it. Like, do you ever get frustrated with yourself?
No, because I understand it'll come in time if I want to do it.
Sure.
If I don't want to do it, I just don't do it.
Yeah.
But I usually try to do the things that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
But I like reading. I mean, I just started reading again. I don't even know what the book I'm reading is called, but it's a good one. It's about a lawyer going through his law school. So I was like, that's a good book. It's kind of funny.
All right.
Yeah, it's a good book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that something? So you're reading now? Is it just like whenever you feel like it? Like I'm gonna read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I started the book, let's say a week and a half ago.
Okay.
And I'm like 12 chapters in.
Okay. All right.
So it's not like a terrible book.
Yeah.
If I'm 12 chapters in already. So.
I feel like just knowing you a little bit, if it wasn't a good book immediately, you would just. Put
I probably would. It's just like a TV show. If it's
Yeah.
not good in the first 15 minutes, I'll probably look at my phone and wait another 15 minutes. If it still sucks, then moving on.
So how long have you been at your job right now, the welding job?
Well, a little over a year.
Okay. What were you doing before that? That jewelry place you said?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, fun stuff.
Okay. So what?
It was fun. I didn't like the phone aspect, though.
Like repairing them?
Yeah.
Was it hard?
I mean, kind of not really. It was just stressful.
Yeah.
The boss man was stressful. He was stressed. So it's like, coach, if you're not calm, then your team's going to be hyped up like you. So you got to lead. And that's something I don't think he was able to do very well.
Okay. So ultimately, that's why you didn't enjoy it as much as just him, right?
No, yeah. I probably would have liked it a lot more, but like it just, there was no room for error. And I've never done this stuff before. So like.
There's going to be error.
There's going to be error.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't click with him, but
yeah. Well, I mean, people lead differently. And,
but you can't be anxious trying to lead because then the people around you are super anxious. Because I wasn't anxious, still not. I'm over being anxious, but when I worked there, I was super anxious all the time. Hated it.
Yeah.
So I was out. Customers were kind of.
I would say dealing with people.
Yeah, sometimes they were just really rude.
Yeah.
And you always had to be really nice.
Yeah.
And I match energies really good, really, really well.
Too good.
Too well. Yeah. Yeah. So if you're not having a conversation and don't want to, then I don't want to have a conversation either.
Okay.
And so I'll walk away usually, but just people are rude.
Yeah, man. Customer service is hard. I always try. My wife, kind of the same boat, is like, especially like when we're going to like a restaurant and we can see that they're behind or they give you the wrong drink or whatever. Like we never complain about it. We'll let them know like, hey, can we, we won't like cause a stir, right? Or if they, bring our order and it's taking a while, we'll still eat our food and just sit there. Like I know customer service. I've never worked in customer service, but it's hard.
I'm not rude to people. I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
I like people.
Yeah.
And I know if I'm nice to people, then everything is going to be nice to me. So,
yeah.
Yeah. That was fun.
How'd you end up welding?
I know some people that work there, and
so
they got me the
joke.
job, and I needed a job, so I was like, I'm gonna
do this.
Did
you have any experience before that?
Nope.
And they didn't care.
Yeah. Well, they tried to put me on a machine, and I told them that I'll just get my buddy his incentive, and then quit if I don't start welding soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
they said,
well, the one girl, Taylor, she helped a lot
Yeah.
to get me there. Yeah, she said that. So
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know. I go with people what they say. I trust people.
sure, yeah.
So yeah, like a week, 2 weeks into the job, I was welding, and I've been in the same spot ever since.
Is it hard to do that job, like because it's so repetitive, or do you like that
Music.
part of it?
Music.
Yeah.
It's not really that repetitive. It's different every day.
Is it okay?
Yeah, I mean that's why like when I start, I've noticed it's kind of repetitive, and when it starts to get too repetitive, then moving on.
Yeah.
But
What is, if you have like a dream job that you want to do? Do you know what that is?
no,
No.
make money being me.
Sure.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
the dream job.
Yeah. That's I always talk to high school kids because I coach high school football, and I'll talk to the seniors, and I used to ask them, where are you going to college? What are you doing after school? That kind of stuff. Or, are you working? And then I changed because a friend of mine changed the way he asked that question. He asked, what kind of lifestyle do you want to live? So then the lifestyle that these kids want to live, depending on who you talk to, then they kind of puts in their head like, oh, I want to live by the beach, or I want to live in a city. Well, then it kind of tells them, I got to find a job that will help me have a good lifestyle.
And you don't really need to get a good job. You just need to find multiple ways of income. You just,
Sure.
you find 3 solid ways, and you're good.
Or if your lifestyle you want to live is like, hey, I want to live in a small town and I like playing video games. So you can either Twitch or just find a job that will pay your bills so you can sit at home and play video games.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, easily like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a job like that. I don't like video games, but I'd love to just chill at home. Not even really chill at home. Just if I chill at home, I would go find things that I actually like to do.
Yeah.
Because like I'm always working.
Yeah.
And when I want to work, when I'm not working, I want to just chill for a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's like you get up at 4 a.m., you go to work, you get off at anywhere from 2:30 to 4:30, and you're just like, why do I want to go do stuff?
Yeah.
Quit drinking.
Okay.
Yeah, for a little bit. Just because.
Like for a little bit, or now you're still not drinking?
I'm not. Well, I drank. Let's see. I quit drinking like 2 weeks ago,
Okay.
and I drank Thursday.
Is it why did you have a conscious decision to like, I'm not going to drink right
I
now?
don't know. Just felt like it.
Yeah.
Well, I do that a lot. I
Okay.
just do what I want.
Sure.
If I don't want to drink, I just okay, cool.
Yeah.
And well, Thursday I woke up. Well, I don't get hungover
Okay.
ever. I mean, I do.
It can be
but, like,
dangerous a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. So it's
Yeah.
like if I don't get hungover, and I went 2 weeks without like getting that drunk, so I was just like, why? It doesn't do anything for me anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. I was at the bar with my mom yesterday, and I was drinking water.
Yeah.
But I was having fun hanging out with them, talking. So I just kind of realizing I don't really need the alcohol to be
you.
Yeah.
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 Do you think it changes you at all when
No,
you drink?
not at all. Makes me more myself.
Yeah, okay.
I had a friend told me recently about, I'd say a month and a half, 2 months ago. He's like, Sam, I don't mind when you're drunk. He's like, a lot of my other friends annoy the shit out of me. He's like, because they get all emotional.
Yeah.
Or they become dickheads. He's like,
Yeah.
you just become more yourself.
Yeah.
And I realized that even when I drank like a lot, like right out of like high school, not even really high school, but 21.
Yeah.
I didn't really drink like that until 21. I did, but like I didn't drink like that until I could access it.
Yeah.
I was more of a smoker,
Okay.
but still a smoker.
Did you before you decided like, hey, I'm just not gonna not drink? Was it like, did you drink a lot, or you just?
I can, but
Yeah.
like I don't know, tolerance to that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm a weird individual with that kind of shit.
Okay.
So I just like I can take probably I do take 5 double shots and drink some beers and then Uber home.
And you're cool.
Cool. Wake up the next morning at, let's see, Friday I woke up at 6:30 and went and put money in the bank and started my day and didn't go to bed until like 11
Okay.
because I didn't have to work Friday
Yeah.
and Saturday. So, yep.
It seems, I mean, it's good, obviously, to realize and understand, like, I don't need alcohol to be me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
and maybe it's probably a good thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, A, just money,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And eventually, eventually at some point it'll catch up to you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Alcoholism's in my family too.
Okay.
I don't. My grandpa or grandma or none of them are alcoholics or anything like that. Neither is like my mom or dad. But I know the people in our family that have been.
Okay.
And
Yeah, my mom was alcoholic. Well, she still is, but she's been sober for a while now.
yeah, that's good.
And then my brother used drugs. He passed away from an overdose.
Oh,
So
R.I.P.
I recognize that that's there. My grandma was like addicted to gambling, like this addictiveness, right? So it's good for you to be 28 to even realize now, just be like, hey, I don't need alcohol, you know, if I don't want alcohol.
I have an interesting theory. Everybody's addicted to something.
That's what I think, too.
People just pass it off. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what you're addicted to. You can be addicted to working out. You can be addicted to driving fast. You can be addicted to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like people get addicted to ridiculous things, like dumb stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So like it's like you can literally get addicted to anything. If it causes dopamine, you're probably gonna get addicted. Not probably, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
Just anything's addictive.
Yeah. Just some sort of level.
Yeah, some sort. Like I know people that are just. I don't know people, but I heard of people just being addicted to their depression because they don't know how to feel when they're out of it, so they're just addicted to it.
Yeah.
So it's wild.
Yeah.
Things are addicting.
Yeah. You seem like you're a happy person.
I'm very happy. Yeah, I'm probably the happiest person I know.
What do you think that is?
I don't know. Just because I know me.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are afraid to just be themselves. And the thing is that I embrace myself. I didn't do that in high school. I always thought I was like a quiet kid in high school.
Yeah.
But I didn't really embrace who I was until like I figured it out. And I'm figuring out more and more. The more I grow up and the more I think and chill out and hang out.
Well, that, and as you get older, a lot of people, which is one of the hardest things to do, is I don't care what they think about me.
Yeah,
You know,
it
they
is very
being
hard.
anybody, right?
Yeah, I that's kind of like why I got a grill and everything. Like, just why not?
Yeah, yeah.
I can get it.
Yeah, but I felt the same way when I was in high school. Like, I was cool and outspoken around my group of friends, but I always felt like, especially moving from Toledo to Perrysburg, like it's like my school had 13 kids in my 8th grade, and then I moved to Perrysburg.
Wow.
And I had over 300 kids in my grade.
That's an adjustment.
Yeah. So I felt like I was quiet for a while, you know, but the same thing, like it's such a hard thing to just be like, I'm doing these things because I want to do it and I don't care what people say about it.
I think I thought a lot about what people thought when I was in school.
Yeah.
Like working and everything like that. But when school was out, I had my core group of friends that knew who I was because I was funny like this now, but just not like this all the time. And I could just talk to people.
What if I were to ask your parents about you, what would they say about you?
I have no idea.
No?
No idea.
Are you just saying that because you don't want to say what you're actually
No,
thinking?
I really have no idea. I know. My mom would probably tell you I'm really intelligent. I don't know what my dad would tell you. Probably the same.
She has told me that, and again, I think she described you as a character, which you are. But I think it's good stuff, right? It's good.
Yeah, it won't be anything bad. It's always good stuff. Like I don't really think of myself as a bad person. We all have bad things about us, but
Sure.
I don't ever think I do anything evil per se. So I always think people have good things to say about me.
Do you have brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I have Nate and Griff. And Griff's my brother and my dad and Amy's marriage.
Okay.
And then Nate. And then I got 3 other brothers, kind of.
Okay.
They're Adam, Jacob, and Matt.
Okay. Where are you in line with all these? As far as like middle, oldest?
Smack dab in the middle.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm like 3rd oldest out of all of them.
All right. How do you? I'm a middle child too. How do you think that affects you in any certain way?
No. Nope.
No.
No. Not at all.
I always feel like, and I've told my parents before, I always feel like they had to deal with my brother, and then they had to deal with my youngest siblings, and I'm just in the middle, just cruising along. Every once in a while, they check in and be like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yep, I'm good."
I was weird because like my mom and dad's marriage before they divorced, I was the oldest.
Okay.
So like, and I've always been the oldest cousin on my dad's side.
Okay.
So I've always been the oldest there, and then middle to the end with my mom and Bud.
Yeah.
With everybody there.
Okay.
So, yeah, I never really thought of anything like that. I don't think of things like that. I don't really compare to anybody. Like, not like that, but I just don't compare my life to other people's lives because you don't get anywhere.
Yeah.
So I just do me.
I saw a quote. You said comparison. I saw a quote. It was comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah.
That's good.
I've witnessed it. Like, I've had some old friends that, like, I would always compare their life to mine or my life to theirs. And, like, I have a lot of people, like, when I moved out from my mom's 3 years ago. And, like, that was, like, what, 25?
Yeah.
So that's late. But I know people that are still living with their parents.
Sure.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Just got to do you and get your money and,
Yeah.
honestly, milk that shit as long as you can. Like, I'd still be at my mom's house, but
yeah.
But I don't know. I wanted more.
Yeah.
I wanted to experience life in a different way, so I moved out. But yeah,
the hardest part too, like you're so let's say you moved out when you were 25. You're excited. I got my own place. And then you see a friend of yours that has this better place or whatever, and it's good that you don't compare it because some people will be like, "Oh, I'm excited," and then you look over like, "Oh, that sucks. This place is garbage." Where I'm living, and it immediately takes out your joy.
No, I can understand because like jealousy was like maybe a thing for people. Like for me, it was when I was younger. I was way more jealous than what I am now. Yeah. But I've learned to be happy for your friends instead of just being jealous.
Yeah.
Like because if you're not happy for them, they're not gonna be happy for you when you succeed.
Yeah.
And plus, it's like. If you got friends that are being successful, they're going to bring you up. And then if you exceed them being successful, then you're just going to bring them up. And it's just a ladder to the top regardless. So it's just like, I don't know, people don't realize that.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
Yeah. The more, that's just same thing with when you have a job and you leave a job to not burn those bridges because you'll never know, you might need them. I left a job. I quit a job 3 times and they hired me back because I needed extra income or whatever. But if I would have said if I would have left horribly, then they wouldn't have had me back.
Right.
Same thing with friends. Like always treat them right. Like you said, no matter what. If someone's up higher, someone's down lower, whatever. Help them up, do whatever.
And just treat people right.
Sure, yeah. How you talked about your parents and they split up. How old were you when they?
I was in 3rd grade.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you remember it like having an impact on? As a young kid.
Oh yeah,
my parents split up, but I was in my 20s.
Oh yeah, it made me weird, but it also made me who I am today though too.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean weird?
Awkward. I don't know. I don't know how to act after I was their 3rd grade.
Yeah.
Basically traumatized. My mom and dad are splitting up, so it's like I didn't know how to act, going back and forth. Messed my head up a little bit, and my brothers, but we're strong, so we're good. Yeah. But it made us who we are, and my brothers like me. Not just like me, but we're alike. We both got curly hair.
Sure.
He's taller.
Okay.
The doctors told me I was going to be 6'2", but they lied. I think the Adderall stunted my growth. Oh, no. Because, like, oddly enough, it was 3rd grade. I think I started taking Adderall. Okay. They diagnosed me with ADHD, but I don't know. My parents got divorced, so I don't think it's no science there that maybe I was acting up because of that. Who knows, though?
Yeah.
But my therapist told me back in the day, Sam, you do have ADHD. Because I try to argue with them all the time.
Yeah.
No, I have ADHD. There's been times where I'm just like all over the place.
Sure.
But I like that.
This interview is a very good example of that. But I'm feeding into it because it's fun. It's fun for me.
Yeah.
So when you're in 3rd grade, you're going through this, and we're not talking about it if you don't want to talk about it.
I don't care.
So did you mention seeing a therapist? Did you see one specifically because your parents were splitting up, or was it before that too?
I don't think they told me that, but it was more like Sam goes out of the room in school and it was like a guidance counselor, and then there was a therapist after that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was definitely for that. Yeah. I don't really remember much from that era.
Sure.
I don't really remember much at all. I just kind of live life, and
that's all right, man.
But I do have memories randomly pop up.
Yeah,
and like they're very vivid, but like you can't call me out and just be like, "Do you remember this?" I was like,
"Yeah,
maybe." Explain some more.
Give me more details.
Jog my memory a little bit, and then like once you get a few details, it's like, "Oh yeah," and then bing, 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 bing. All the memories are just then I know exact detail what went on, and there's a lot of instances where that happens.
My uncle, we came back from Texas yesterday, and I was visiting my uncle, and we were asking like, when the last time you came up, and we were like, I can't remember when you came up. He was like, oh, it was, August 2015. I'm like, I would have never known that.
Yeah.
He knew the exact date and everything.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
There's some dates I remember.
Yeah. How's your family cohesion now, as far as, because I know it's like with my parents, they divorced, and then eight years later they got remarried to each other.
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
Well, I know that. I'm not saying that. I'm just. I would just say, my dynamic, but so I would guess just by your comment is like, well, maybe it's still kind of two separate everything.
I mean, they get along.
Yeah.
Whenever me and my dad argue, my mom always gets not in the middle of it, but she finds herself getting calls from both of us.
Okay.
I understand because, she's my mom.
Yeah.
But sometimes dad just needs to figure shit out. I do too, but
yeah,
he doesn't. We don't understand. So he's just trying to understand shit.
Yeah.
So
who do you like better? I'm just kidding. Don't answer the question.
I like grandma better. I like the one. I miss her so much.
Yeah.
No, I like them all.
Yeah.
All my family's dope.
Yeah, that's good. That's
I'm
good,
the
man.
dopest though.
Yeah. Oh, by far. Yeah, you're the one that's on the podcast. Yeah. So you're the dopest one. So who's second and why?
It's a tie between Nate and Griff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You hang out with your brothers a lot?
Yeah. Well, if you're going to include all of them, then they're all tied.
Sure.
But yeah, I get along with all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys like to do together?
Well, we don't really do much together. Yeah. we go to me, Bud, and Bud's kids, and that we all go to the bar.
Okay.
We'll go to Ernest or go to Don Juan's occasionally.
Okay.
Go out to eat and whatnot.
Yeah.
We'll go do that stuff, and then I haven't been to. I mean, I went to Florida recently, but before that it was like 16 years.
Your mom was telling me that,
Yeah.
like she told me like you were going or something, and she said it's been a while since.
Yeah,
you went.
yeah. Well, it's supposed to be a graduation gift, but she thought I didn't like the heat, which is kind of true.
Okay.
I don't like the heat up here.
Yeah.
So she never really asked me, and then randomly she's like, "Do you want to go to Florida?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Sign me
Yeah,
up.
yeah, let's go. And she's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "I never thought you wanted to go." I was like, "Nobody ever asked me."
Yeah.
And so I was like, "I'm not gonna be like, Mom, buy me a ticket to Florida."
Take me to Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like,
That's cool, man.
Yeah,
Well, it's easier to handle the heat when your toes are in the water and the sand. Right?
yeah, a little bit. I don't know. I just liked it. It was cool.
Yeah. What do you guys do when you're down there, or what
Drink.
did you do? Yeah.
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 Glad I didn't quit then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did a lot. I found myself just so.
I feel like you're the type of person, like if you go when you're going somewhere, you're like, hey, I'm just gonna go. I'll be back later. And
Yeah,
just
it's
wander
pretty
around.
much what happens. Well, my mom. So I used to call my mom really drunk after the bar. I'd be like, Mom, the bar was awesome. I talked to so many people, and she had no idea why I'd call her. And then we went to the bar down there. And I guess the way I could interact with people, she was mind blown.
Really?
Because I'm I just talk to people really easily.
Yeah.
And so she was mind blown about that.
Yeah.
And
is there you just enjoy talking to people? Is there a purpose when you're like, I'm gonna go talk to this person?
no,
Yeah.
I just kind of do it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't like people too, but
Sure.
but sometimes I'm just bored.
Yeah.
That's why I would drink and smoke and all that stuff. I just would be bored. That's what I
Yeah.
realized is boredom. So I need to entertain myself. Yeah. Yep.
What do you do to entertain yourself at home besides doing laundry? It sounds
Yeah, I was
like.
going to say fucking clean. But I don't know. I go on walks. I just try to find stuff. I go to the gun range. I bought a handgun recently.
Okay.
Just trying to find new things to do.
Yeah.
Just trying things,
Do you think do you because I used to do it too, where it's like a bunch of different things, try all these things. Maybe one of these will be like something I get really into, or do you all these little things? Do you find hey, maybe I can turn one of these into a career, or turn one of these into a bigger hobby, or you just do it just because it's fun for you?
I just try to do it for it's fun. I mean, if I really think I can turn it into something, then I'll try. But I usually don't really think like that. I'm just trying to find fun and
Something for you.
for me. And usually when I find stuff for me, other things come. So I just kick it.
Sure.
kick it and wait and chill and yeah.
I've seen these people on TikTok where they're like, "Well, here's this hobby. I spent $1,000 to do all this stuff that I'm going to drop in 3 weeks." You know?
Yeah, that's not me. I always stop myself before, or I try to find things that I can reuse instead of like it's not sitting there.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to think if there's anything that's just sitting there. My pins. I have a lot of pins, like hat pins.
Oh, pins.
Like
Okay.
from festivals and stuff like that.
It's like a collection of them.
Yeah, I have a lot of them. There's probably a lot of money in those ones right there, but like. Theirs just sit there. Though that's the one thing that I will never reuse because I never wear them on hats anyway. I just sit them on a board and they're sitting in my room because they're all cool.
Well, I mean, there's some aspect to why you do that. Like some people like watching TV shows or art and stuff too. Like you can look at them. Like, because I know my kids, we went to Disney World. They have pins there that you can trade and all that kind of stuff. So my kids would buy pins and stuff. So you put them on there and you look at them. But then maybe you're like, oh, I remember buying this one over here, or I remember when I bought this, I was talking to this guy and he told me his life story, or you look at these things.
Yeah.
Right?
I've always bought them online. There's a couple of them that I bought at the like Lost Lands. I went there. That was an insane experience. But like,
What's Lost Lands?
A giant EDM festival in Columbus.
Okay.
By Columbus.
All right.
It's like 1 million watts of bass. They have a volcano that shoots fire.
Really?
Yeah, it's like whoosh.
Is this?
They got dinosaurs everywhere. it's yeah, it was an experience.
Is it like a Columbus Burning Man or what?
I'd say more like a Electric Forest, if you've ever heard of that. No? So I guess, yeah, it's a Burning Man if you don't know any of the festivals. So Electric Forest is in Michigan.
Okay.
It's like EDM. They got a bunch of, like, all right, so when I went, Shaq was the guest DJ.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he, like, actually, his DJ Diesel is his name.
Okay.
So that was hilarious. Nice. I'm sitting there, and I see this man towering over the DJ set, and I'm just like, is that Shaq?
Oh,
I'm probably like 150 yards away. And I'm just like, that's Shaq.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
It was cool. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a giant party.
Okay.
They had, I don't know if they still have it, but I went in 2018. So it would go to like, the main event would go to like midnight.
Okay.
Like, they had DJ after DJ just go on. They all do hour sets, and they're all pretty well-known DJs. And then they have these things. They had it. I don't, like I said, I don't know if they still have it, but it was it's called what was it? I'm drawing a blank. I don't know. It's just basically a bunch of little stages.
Okay. Right.
They had like the shipping containers blocking the sound, so you could go from stage to stage.
Oh, okay.
It was really cool. So it was just an after party.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember having a bag of wine over my shoulder.
Yeah.
And just walking in probably in front of 6 state troopers because they just blocked the traffic so we could cross the road.
Yeah.
To go to this other event. And I'm just like, because it was my first time there. I was like, they're not going to say anything? And they're like, everyone's like, no, there's too many people fucked up here to say anything. And I'm just like, all right, cool.
Just a bag of wine.
Shoop, threw it on my shoulder, walked across the street. Yeah, wow. Yeah, drinking's not the only thing people were doing there.
I'm sure.
It was an experience.
My brother used to go to raves and stuff and talk about everything.
They do. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm thinking a couple died that year.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, people just do drugs and they don't think to like hydrate.
Oh yeah.
So you're out in the sun all day long. And, yeah.
That's an event to say the least.
Event. Yeah. There was like 30,000 people there. Wow. There probably, I don't know if there's more, but there was a lot of people there. I know I went to the because I've never been to something like a show like this. So like I'm sitting there drinking a Bud Light, just kind of, I don't know what's about to happen, and all the music's going on and the lights are going. I'm just like, holy shit. So I've always loved festivals after that. I went for the sole purpose of experiencing stuff. That's what I do.
Yeah.
But I went to experience. I went with a good friend of mine, Nick. He lives in Chicago. I haven't seen him in years, but he went to UT. That's how I met him. I had a bunch of friends that went to UT, and they're all back home now.
Yeah.
But it's cool. But I met a bunch of people from Chicago. I have a bunch of friends in California now because of this event. That I'm still in contact with today. Talk to every once in a while. So
social media makes that so much
very
awesome,
easier.
right?
Yeah, I don't gotta write a letter.
Yeah.
I don't know if ADHD would let me write a letter.
That's cool. But those festival things, they're not for me, man. It's
No.
there's a lot of people. I like music. I'm not into I think I've been to 3 concerts my whole life.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just not my jam.
That's fair. I understand completely.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever go back to a festival. I mean, I want to, but there's just priorities.
Sure.
Priorities at this point.
Yeah, you get your car fixed, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's first.
Yeah, there you go. You hear that, Mom? He's on it.
That's funny.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
When you get to any websites or anything for any of your hobbies or your grills or anything, let me know, man. I'll share them on here.
Awesome.
This was great. Like I said, I met you 2 minutes before we started this podcast. You're a good dude, man.
Thank you.
It seems like I like people who like themselves and want to be
I love
themselves,
me.
right? Yeah.
That's the best person to love is me.
I like that because you know who you are. You know about you. You know what your issues are and how to deal with them. And then, as long I always like try to tell people, as long as you're alive and happy, and I think I know for my parents, they obviously want to be happy. Parents always want well, make money and have a good job and this and that. I think my generation are kind of starting to get away with that. For my kids, I want them to have a good job, yeah, but I also want them just to be happy and to be able to sustain themselves, not in my home eventually. You know what I mean? So however they get there, then I'm good with it, right?
Yeah.
And so, dude, again, thanks for coming on here, man. This was awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Good, man. Good. Thanks again to my guest, Sam Molnar, for coming on the podcast. Like I said at the beginning, this podcast was everywhere, but it was great. He has a great personality. I had met him 2 minutes when we walked in the door, and I knew it was going to be a great episode just then. It's great just sitting and talking to him, having a conversation, talked about his hobbies, the jobs that he's had, the things he's getting into now, fixing his car, his family trips and that kind of stuff, and music festivals. So it was great to hear him and meet him and have a great conversation. So thanks again, Sam, for coming on the podcast. Also, as always, thanks to Fort Meigs CrossFit for allowing me to use their space. If you want any information about what they have to offer, check out fortmeigscrossfit.com. Also, check out 3 Different Dads. The 3 Different Dads podcast is on its own feed. I highlighted an episode last week on the Nerdball feed. Please check it out. Share, and subscribe to that. It's got its own YouTube page. It is growing little by little. Jim and Tyler, it's something we really love to do. So please keep sharing that. Keep downloading because it's really a labor of love. It's fun to talk to those guys, and we want everyone to enjoy it also. And also this podcast, the Nerdball podcast. This is now the 158th episode, so we're getting up there. Please continue to share, and subscribe. Check out the YouTube channel. We've got a lot of traction on that lately, and just on downloads in general. People really seem to be picking it up, so keep sharing it, keep getting it out there. If you want to be on the podcast, email the nerdballpodcast@gmail.com or message us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. We'll get you scheduled on here. I got a laundry list of people that I'm trying to get scheduled on, so hopefully we can continue the diversity of guests and broaden this audience to get more people to listen and for people to learn about what other people have going on. So thanks again for always sharing, subscribing, and downloading the podcast. And thanks to Cuttlefish Graphics, Real JP Multimedia, Perrysburg Junior High STEM Lab, and Big Daddy Graphics for always helping out the podcast. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.